5 years has been one girl has been a long time.
So would you?
5 years.
So would
5 years.
Because he was sending me harassing emails, voicemails, calls, texts, and I wanted to stop. He wouldn't stop.
I said, oh, really, what? He's like, so I can't touch you? I said, the next time I'm going to hit you.
Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're exploring a topic that's both scary and fascinating. Stalkers. Many of these cases will do more than just creep you out, and they just might make you look over your shoulder more often. From a man who traveled over 2,000 miles to meet a girl he saw on the internet.
How do you know she's not under duress right now?
Okay.
How do you know she's not under duress? Huh?
To a creeper who targets children.
He's saying yesterday he was telling the kids to be quiet and come to him.
These suspects would do just about anything to satisfy their sick fantasies. So, if you're ready to be intrigued, shocked to your core, and maybe even a little spooked, you've come to the right place as we take you through the incredible cases of stalkers getting caught and their victims finally getting the peace and justice they deserve. Just when you thought these clips couldn't get any more bizarre, we bring you one that's sure to make you question who you date or even who you call your friend. This particular incident took place back in 2021 with a woman calling 911 to report some suspicious activity. A man was harassing her constantly and admits he's been following her after placing a GPS tracking device on her car. He requests that she meet him at a gas station, and this is when the call to 911 is placed and the following interaction occurs.
Because he was sending me harassing emails, voicemails, calls, texts, and I wanted to stop. He wouldn't stop. That was in Gwinnett County. Filed the police report, told him about it, and it stopped for a long time. Recently, more recently, maybe fast forward a year, 2 years, he reaches out to me again. He says, I'm sorry for everything, and we talk as friends, and everything's okay. All of a sudden today, I'm getting emails like, where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing? He was looking for me for 2 days and like calling different places, trying to find out where I was. He looking in parking lots for my car.
Okay.
Places where he thinks I'd be. And he finds my car, and I guess today is when he put a GPS tracker on my car.
He claims he put a GPS on.
That's what he told me. He said it's on the left side tires. I don't know which tire it's under, but he said it's like a magnetic device that's stuck under my car.
He said he put it in the wheel well?
I don't know.
Now I'm just kind of...
Yes, please. If you can take it off, I would really appreciate that.
While one officer speaks to the woman, another, Officer Wynn of the Johnson Police Department, is talking to the alleged suspect, who's later identified as Ramesh. He admits to placing the GPS tracker on her car, but rather with the fact that he's now facing arrest. And as you'll see in this next clip, he really doesn't see anything wrong with placing a GPS tracking device on the woman's car.
I just thought she might be with someone, so I thought to see where she was. That's all I did. I didn't do anything else. I never had any criminal history.
Okay.
Like that. I just wanted to see where she was, and
What's your relation together?
we hang out for 2 years.
You guys are like friends.
Yeah, kind of like friends.
Okay.
Not girlfriend, but so that's what I did, and I said I would never contact you again. I destroyed the device. Please, this one time, let me go because I'm a student. So this is the one time.
So what's you said? You said you thought she was with someone tonight?
Yes, she said she went to the hotel. So I thought she might be with someone. So I just wanted to see who it was.
Okay.
So that's why I put the tracking device. Other than that, I didn't do anything else.
So you actually put a tracking device on her car?
Yes.
Okay. Where is it at?
Under the car.
Under the car?
Yes.
Is it on the driver's side, passenger side?
Like on that side wheel.
Call us crazy, but this reminds us of a certain Joe Goldberg from the Netflix series You. He even has the baseball cap on. We're not sure what's worse at this point. The fact that he openly admits to placing the tracking device, or that he thinks the cops will go easy on him and just let him walk away from this. Officer Wynn attempts to get more information from the suspect, asking him questions about how he views this relationship with the woman.
Were you guys a thing? Like, were
Like
you guys a
it's like
couple?
a thing, like not like officially, but we were kind of like hanging out and went to like going out places and stuff. So we were kind of thinking of that.
Okay.
I was working that, trying to work out.
You were trying to work that. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, she told you that she was meeting somebody today,
No, she
like
said
at a
she
hotel.
was at the hotel. So okay, last time we went to the hotel, she said she wanted to go have a pool time and stuff. But she said she got a call and she want to go, and I was kind of upset. So I thought she was lying to me or anything like that. So I put a tracker on that the other day, and next 2 days back she said she went to hotel. So I thought she went with somebody. So I had a tracking device like a couple of days last week on. So I just used it to track it and see where she was. That's it. I didn't do anything crime and
Have you done that before?
No, first time.
This is your first
First
time?
time, and this
For her or at all?
at all.
At all?
Yes.
Okay.
I never had any criminal history.
Okay. Just hang out. I'll be right back. Like I said, I need to sort some stuff out. I don't really know what's going on.
I just don't want to go.
Because everyone's split. Like, I have some officers over there. I'm out here with you. I don't have the whole picture, so that's what I'm trying to figure out, okay?
Yeah,
I'll be right back, all right?
Yeah.
With a bit more information on what's transpired, Officer Wynn pushes Ramesh for even more information, hoping that the suspect will open up and give them the evidence they need to arrest him. And Ramesh sings like a caged bird.
I'm having a hard time kind of grasping what's going on, right? So, explain to me, like, give me a rundown about what happened today. Like,
Today?
Yeah, you said she was, you had knowledge she was going to a hotel.
Okay, she's day before yesterday night.
Yep.
She said, I said, well, where are you? I was like, we were planning to meet. So I said, where are you? She said, I have a problem with like my roommates, and I went to the hotel.
Okay.
She but have like tracking device.
Which hotel did she go to?
Hampton.
Here in Johns Creek?
No.
Or like closer?
Peachtree Corners.
Peachtree Corners?
So,
okay.
Like since I have the last week tracking device, I never came back here to. So I never came back to track her and anything like that.
Okay.
But since she said she was in a hotel, I just thought to see where she was, if she was like lying to me or with anybody else.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was trying to work things out. So I just...
It was at this point that the officers needed to find the tracking device, questioning the suspect about its exact location.
So that you put the tracker on this side of the car?
Yes, on this side of the car.
By this wheel?
Yes, on this side.
On the under?
Under thing, yeah.
On the metal?
Metal, yeah.
Yeah, A-Firm, he says the rear driver's side wheel, and it's gonna be on the metal, like undercarriage, like on the bottom of the car, but close to the wheel. How big is it?
It's like a magnet, small, black,
like
black color, yeah, this color.
Like a size of a quarter?
No, more than like this size, this size.
Like a watch?
Yeah, watch this
Okay.
size.
The officers have the information they need. They go back to the woman, who quite obviously is both upset and completely unnerved about what her friend has done after the officers locate the device under her car.
All right, so
Yes.
you're saying you want to press charges.
Yes.
So what I'm going to need from you is, if I give you a piece of paper, could you write down everything that happened? Just kind of sticking with the most recent events.
The officers place Ramesh under arrest and read him his Miranda rights. He's charged with a felony charge of unlawful surveillance and a stalking misdemeanor. There's something to be said about a grown man stalking a minor, a literal child. And this next clip is one that will leave you absolutely seething in anger, especially when you hear how he tries to justify his behavior. Timothy Nielsen was arrested on July 8, 2022, after traveling from Oregon to Ohio in search of a girl he saw on the internet 5 years prior. Without knowing the context, it might sound like a romantic gesture if a man travels thousands of miles to find the girl of his dreams, but this one is far from romantic. In fact, it's downright sick. Nielsen was apprehended by police in a quiet suburb after numerous complaints from neighbors for a few weeks, as he was in search of his mystery girl.
Trying to get a date with the girl on the internet. Okay, yeah, but you're going like door to door trespassing on all these people's properties.
That's trespassing, knocking on someone's door, trespassing?
Yeah, if you don't have permission to be on their property, absolutely. So why are you going door to door if you're trying to meet some girl from the internet for a date?
I've been after her for 5 years and I haven't heard nothing from her. If I find her one day, that's fine. If not, I can leave. I just want a no answer or a yes answer.
Yeah, well, going door to door isn't gonna find her.
What am I gonna do? Sit out here, wait for them to pull out of the driveway?
Well, you don't even know where she lives.
I know I do, but I had my cell phone taken away from me. Like, I was sleeping over there by the Walgreens.
Okay.
And in that night, someone took my cell phone from me. So I don't know which.
So what's your long-term plan here? Because I mean,
long-term plan
we got several complaints about you coming up, knocking on people's doors, soliciting.
That's not right, man.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm not just driving
saying that
around.
didn't happen. I'm just saying if I could get a yes or no answer for her, I would leave. You know.
I'm gonna venture to say if you haven't found her yet, it's probably a no.
How are you to say that, man? I don't know what address.
Well, because you don't know where she lives. You don't even know who she is.
This is pretty unbelievable as it is, but just wait, as it gets more shocking once the girl's father comes out and reveals the truth when he confronts Timothy and demands that the police take him in. One can only imagine what was going through the mind of this father when he came face to face with his daughter's stalker.
Are
I am from Oregon.
Oh, you gotta take this guy in.
Why?
He's been harassing my 12-year-old daughter online.
That's how it's
Yeah.
You're gonna forbid me? Little children? My name is As Little Children.
Oh God,
Oh my God.
the FBI is involved in it, so
The
please.
FBI?
12 years old. The girl he's been stalking for the last few years is only 12 years old. Timothy had come across the young girl's YouTube account 5 years prior to this incident and was leaving lewd and grotesque remarks. When these continued, the girl's parents had no choice but to delete the account. This, however, was not enough to stop Nielsen from harassing the girl as he stalked her social media pages, making contact with her friends to try and get in touch with her, and later traveling over 2,000 miles to find her. Let's see what else he has to say.
All right, hey, stop talking to him. All right, step down here on the street, get off this property. All right, I'll be with you in a second, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation. Hey,
Forbid them not.
she is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
All right, that's disturbing.
You know what? Holy and profane, I'm holy. And so is my church, the Church of I Am Christ. I am
All right,
Christ.
what are you need to, what are you, homeless? All right, what's your first name?
My name is As Little Children.
As Little Children?
That is my full name.
So your first name is Az?
My first name is Az.
Okay, is it A-Z-Z?
As in, as become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven.
It's clear that these are the ramblings of a lunatic, a delusional, rambling lunatic who sees nothing wrong with incessantly stalking and harassing a 12-year-old girl online. But this is not where it ends, as he continues with his biblical rantings to justify his delusions of being with this girl.
Forsake children, do not forsake little children. I'm little children.
So what? Again, what's your long-term plan? So we put to bed this whole I'm looking for this girl I met on the internet. It's against the law. You can't have a relationship with a 12-year-old. So the father forbid it. You're not welcome on this property. So what is your long-term goal here, sir?
Right now, I need to go to man.
But Timothy, listen. So apparently, according to dispatch, we've been dealing with you in this capacity for a couple weeks now.
I will leave forever if that's what's in her heart that says that I do not want this guy. I will leave forever, and that 5 years has been one girl. Has been a long time. 5 years. 5 years.
So would you agree with me that at 12 years old she's not?
I do not agree.
Okay. So I'm telling you that you're not to have any type of relationship.
Okay, as little children, right?
Okay.
She's gonna be old one day and die.
So?
Because
Well,
I will live forever, and I will kill myself. I will kill myself.
Okay. But so why do you think you? I mean, we're all going to die one day. But I mean, you understand she's 12, and I understand from you that doesn't make a difference.
But
to
you don't understand God. With men, things aren't possible. With God, all things are possible. All things.
I understand that. I mean, that's what they say.
And I want to know what's in her heart. Her heart.
It's at this point that officers grow increasingly frustrated with Timothy's behavior, and one of the officers goes inside to speak to the young girl. He comes out to deliver the news to Timothy.
All right, Mr. Nielsen, I told you I would do you one favor. I did speak with the 12-year-old, and I know while you said that you don't care if they're 6 years old, 12 years old, it's what you feel in your heart. She wants nothing to do with you. There's no love connection. She does not foresee herself growing old in your arms and dying together with you or anything like that, so it is definitely a no-go. I hate to be the person to break your heart, but it is definitely not gonna work out, regardless of what may have been communicated on the internet, what you thought in your mind, what you thought in your heart. There is definitely
and
no.
Do you believe it came from her?
I talked to her specifically.
Do you believe it came from her? She wasn't under distress at all?
Well, no, she's not under duress.
How do you know?
Because I was in the house.
How do you know she's not under duress right now?
Okay.
How do you know she's not under duress? Huh?
This was the moment when the Florida Police Department had heard enough and placed the man under arrest. He was charged and convicted of menacing by stalking and importuning, which resulted in a 4.5-year sentence for Mr. Nielsen. Stalking, as we've come to learn in this video, can take on many forms. This next case is a pretty common occurrence. A young female employee of a local Walgreens store in Florida called the police when a much older man harassed her at a bus stop one evening. But as you'll soon discover, this was not the first incident, but rather one in a series of incidents that made her uncomfortable. Let's take a closer look at the body cam footage and see just what happened.
I'm just there sitting on my phone scrolling, watching TikTok, and I felt this hand around me, and I'm like, what the f? So I turn around, he's like, oh, it's me. I'm like, you don't touch me. He's like, oh, really? I said, oh, really what? He's like, so I can't touch you? I said, the next time I'm gonna hit you.
Francesca made it quite clear that she did not welcome the attention of the suspect, later identified as a 62-year-old man named Billy, who was known to police as he'd been given a trespassing citation from the Walgreens location more than once. Despite this trespass order, Billy would continue entering the premises and harassing the girl.
Harassing one of the employees. I come in there and I've made purchases. That's on camera document. Harassing an employee? What employee is that I harass?
One of the females there. Did you come in there asking her about where...
Does he want to speak with us, knowing his rights?
Never.
He said he wants to speak to us.
All right. So Deputy Joe Torres did a report for a battery, correct? With the victim, Francesca, about 7 days ago?
Battery for who?
For one of the employees. Your name is Francesca, that you were listed as a suspect in a case?
A battery?
Yeah.
I was listed in a battery?
Yeah.
Don't you remember a battery?
And the battery took place where?
Here. At the bus stop. They never talked to you about it?
I walked up, she was sitting at the bus stop, and I walked up because she was all by herself at the closing. And I said, are you okay? She said, I'm waiting for my mother.
And how many times has this happened since then?
One time. That's
One time?
The first day she started.
Uh-huh.
I went in there and I made a purchase in the liquor store.
Uh-huh.
She was working in the liquor store. I saw her walk over to the bus stop and I went over there and I said, hey, how you doing? Are you waiting on the bus? She says, no, I'm waiting on for my mother.
Uh-huh.
I said, okay, I just want to make sure she was in the dark. This was after closing and she had just gotten into it with one of the employees.
This story would have been more plausible had police not known who he was or that he was a regular offender. And while he tried to plead his innocence, the evidence against him was overwhelming, and he had no problem admitting to officers that he entered the store despite the fact that he had a trespassing citation against him.
I was here 5 minutes when that officer walked up to me.
Okay. You go inside the store at all?
I went in to fill my water bottle.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Do you have a trespass from this location?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
The deputies then turn their attention back to Francesca, who confirms that it is in fact the same man. She goes on to explain that she feels harassed by the suspect and that she would like to press charges.
Then we're just going to talk to you from there, right?
Yeah, because I remember his name. If you read his ID, it's Billy Jr., but I don't remember his first name. And this...
we looked up the case. I just want to make sure that we have the right person.
He pulled up a picture and it was him, exactly him. I just seen him it's just...
It's called an emotional distress?
Yeah.
Alright, do you want to press charges against him?
Yes, if I feel like I'm being harassed, especially you coming to the bus stop, that is harassment.
But it's not like stalking you. You told them to stop, correct?
Yes, I don't care what nobody say. That's harassment. You're asking me where I live. Do I need a ride?
It's at this point that things get a bit scary, as the suspect, still insisting his innocence, again explains to the deputies his version of events.
She said, I got into it. He told me I had to mop the floors, and I told him, screw you, and she said, I punched 30 minutes, approximately. I said, okay. 6 minutes go. She's waiting, and then all of a sudden, as I'm talking to her, her mother pulls around and picks her up, and I leave. But she was sitting at the bus stop in the dark, all by herself.
Did you go in today and talk to her today?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. She was working on the other. They moved her. They moved her from the liquor store to the other side because the other employee told me she was stealing out of the till, and they were running the cameras to see who stole the money.
All right.
So they moved her to the other side. All I did was walk in there and fill my water bottle up and walked right out of the store. I didn't say a word to her. I saw her behind the register, but I didn't say a word to her. I filled my water bottle up and faucet in the water fountain. And I walked right out.
Have you asked employees about her or anything like that?
No, the employees have told me about her. That somebody was stalking her, and that's why she's not working in the liquor store anymore, and now she's moved on to the other side. And the other one employee told me, well, they're investigating her right now because money's been stolen. So there's 2 other guys that got fired, and we're investigating her. They were running the cameras to see because there was money missing on her shift.
For someone who's not a stalker, the suspect seems to know a bit too much about the victim in this case. This not only raises more suspicion on the part of the deputies interviewing Billy Jr., but also serves to help them confirm that they have the man they're looking for. With more than one incident reported, one of them being from the manager of Walgreens where the incident took place, the police placed Billy under arrest, charging him with battery, trespassing, and harassment. Our last clip is probably the most disturbing, involving a case that's sure to make the hairs on your neck stand up. Mark Greenberg, a 55-year-old man from Florida, was arrested by the Florida Police Department on September 3, 2022. His charges? Aggravated stalking of a minor, but we'll save the rest of the details for a bit later. Let's see how this altercation played out.
Can I please have my Skechers? I have bad feet. I have to have shoes on. That's why I stay home all day on my internet. I have to have my shoes, sir. Sir, you can find me on my sir, please.
No.
Listen, those are nothing. Put them on or they're going back in the house.
You can go barefoot. That's
so
fine.
You're holding something against me or what happened yesterday?
No, you're under arrest. You can put those on and you can walk out to the car with nothing on your feet.
Can you believe the audacity of this man? He's more worried about his footwear than the fact that he's being arrested. Stalling tactic, perhaps? Anyway, here's what happened next.
We're not waiters, we're deputies.
I didn't say you were waiters, sir.
You'll have your house secured, then you can get a job.
What is the bond amount?
$5,000.
Aggravated stalking.
We're not going to argue. We're not going to discuss it. That's your charge, period. You want to discuss it, that guy's called a judge. We're not judges. You could have came to the door last night and give us some information. You failed to do it, so we had to make our decisions based upon what we had. Period. We're not arguing.
What you need to know at this point is that the accused has been the center of many complaints from both community members and the father of the young victim. How old was she, you ask? Well, you'll have to wait to find out. Let's see what else this obviously deranged man has to say about the charges against him.
Well, I'm not going to argue it. There's two sides to every story. And what you've heard is there one side.
Yeah, so you can argue your side in court, not out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats, because we're about to tell you just what this man was trying to argue. Despite 8 months worth of witness accounts from neighbors, community, and the father of the victim, Mr. Greenberg still denies that he was stalking a 6-year-old girl. Yes, you heard that right. He stalked a 6-year-old girl for 8 full months. Police revealed that many of the complaints included details of the alleged stalker saying grotesque things to the little girl, like "I'm gonna make you famous" and "I'm gonna turn you into a woman." It's quite clear from the evidence gathered and the rest of the footage that the suspect is more than just a little mentally ill. And as you can see, he goes on to try to change the subject yet again.
What do you think about this civil war going on?
Get in the car.
Oh, okay.
Mark Greenberg was placed in the back of a police cruiser and was subsequently booked. Let's hope they lock him up and throw away the key. What do you think? Did the cops handle this whole situation well? If these videos teach you anything, let it be this: stalking gets you nowhere. Rather than waste your efforts on someone who's clearly not interested, find someone who is. We hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to come back for more.